Aloha! My name is Jessica Oyanagi, and I am the founder and owner of Bloom, a women's business community that you can join online anytime to go ahead and get some support that you need to grow to your fullest potential in your business and your entrepreneurial life. And if you've never watched one of my videos on YouTube before, I love to come here and share my thoughts, my feelings, my tips, and my tricks about being a woman business owner. And if you find value in this video, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments if there's anything in particular you would like me to make a video about. And in today's video, we're going to talk all about intuition, how to use intuition in your business, right? And this might not be a topic you've ever heard about before when it comes to business, but I have found the longer I'm a business owner, the more I practice using intuition to guide me in my business, the more successful I have become. So I'm going to share my tips, tricks, and thoughts with you about using your woman's intuition in your business. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that I'm sitting on my meditation rug in my home office, and this is a very special space to me. And I actually didn't really move anything. This is how it normally looks. I've got candles, I've got kind of like oracle decks, I've got books. I wanted to record this video from this space because I want to normalize the practice of women including spirituality or their intuitiveness in their business practices, okay? Inside Bloom, we do have another coach besides myself. Her name is Coach Miracle. She's a mindset and clarity coach, right? And while I might focus more on like the business and strategic side of running a business, she is there to help balance me out, right? And bring another perspective to the women in our community that's more mindful or mindset focused, I should say. Okay, and I think that marrying the two together, the business practical, more the left brain, maybe masculine energy, with the more feminine, allowing, egg wisdom, intuitive, organic approach, when you marry these two together, that for me has been a huge recipe for success in all of my businesses, okay? And this really goes against the grain, I hate to say it, for most of the traditional business practices or schools of thought or online courses that you're gonna see out there, okay? So today's video is all about using intuition in your business. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a baseline for what I believe in and what we're teaching inside Bloom before I launch into talking about intuition. So intuition to me is kind of that nudge, right? It's a nudge that you feel towards making a particular decision, like in your business or your life, that sometimes can be very visceral, right? You can feel it. We all feel it in different places. I know for me, a lot of times it's either in my gut or maybe in my chest, heart area here. Anytime that you feel your body having a very distinct reaction to something that's going on in your business or life, that could be a sign that that's your intuition, right? Trying to come forward to communicate with you, okay? And as Coach Miracle said in our last week's coaching call, they don't call it women's intuition, for nothing. Like there's a reason they call it women's intuition, because women are wired differently than men are, okay? And we're more connected to our bodies for so many reasons, right? This is just how we're designed by nature. And following our intuition is a very normal practice for women, okay? But what's not normal is in most patriarchal business practices, using your intuition is not encouraged. In fact, stifling it, ignoring it, shoving it aside, and putting it in the closet while you follow hardline logistical or practical business tools, that is more what's taught, especially in American business practices, okay? So I just want to differentiate the two so that you can see inside Bloom and here on this video that there is another way, okay? I know for me, I was a W-2 worker for over 20 years, okay? I worked for big corporations, and there were so many times when I would push myself, push my body and my mind and my emotional state, right, beyond capacity, beyond my comfort level, beyond what was healthy, honestly, for work, right? To make more money, to make my boss happier, to prove my worthiness, to be loved and fit into my family and community. You know, it could go on and on and on how we're programmed in this way, okay? So particularly when I had my children, okay, I was working for a very big corporation. I want to share a story with you here. Side note, it's coming. And my first daughter, when I had her, I figured, you know what? I love my job. I'm very passionate about it. I was a professional photographer, okay, for a big corporation in Seattle. And I thought, I'm gonna take the you know, for several reasons. 6 weeks was the minimum amount of maternity leave that you could take, okay? And I thought, okay, logistically speaking, right, it makes more sense for monetarily, and because I love my job, and because, you know, the team needs me, that I should just take 6 weeks and come back to work, okay? Oh my God, when the 6 weeks was up, I knew it. I knew intuitively, you know, I was nursing my daughter, that I was not ready. I was not ready to go back, but I put myself in this position where I felt like I committed to coming back, and this is what needed to be done, okay? So I went back and I was fucking miserable. Pardon my French, but yeah, pumping milk and trying to care for an infant at night while you're a zombie during the day at work was not exactly a recipe for happiness for me, for my child, even probably for my workplace. I mean, nobody said anything. Like, who knows how I was showing up in that situation, you know? So now, fast forward, probably 10 years, you know, and running my own businesses, I've really learned, you know, my second child, I took the maximum amount of time off that I could. I've really learned to follow my gut and my intuition and what my body's telling me, okay, that I need, not just when it comes to running my business, but when it comes to living my life, right? I'm not sacrificing my health, my happiness, and my body for my business, okay? So women's intuition, our body's guidance, is something I really would like to encourage you to not only pay attention to, but to like use as a practice in your business, okay? So that's just an example of when I kind of overrode my intuition, and that was not the first time, and it would not be the last time, sadly. And it's still something that I struggle with, and I hear women in our community talk about a lot, right? Like, how do I balance my work and life? Like, how do I know when to push and when not to, right? So I say following your body is huge, okay? And when you are thinking about either starting a brand new business, or maybe you're adding a new offer, or you're thinking about, you know, rebranding so that you can sell to a different type of clientele, you know, there's all kinds of decisions from the most, you know, from the smallest decision to the biggest about your business that you are going to need to make throughout your entrepreneurial journey with that business. And so I would just really like to encourage you to know that following your intuition and those nudges and that guidance, whether it's just you keep hearing a voice or a call to start something new, or you know that the clientele you're serving now just doesn't feel right, or a business partner approaches you and wants to start something new and you really vibe with this person or you don't, you know, just checking in with your gut and your intuition is huge, okay? It can lead you to just every little step it takes to meet your goals and your big vision for your business, okay? And every time that you ignore it, or you try to override it, or you try to take just the practical approach, I'm telling you, most times is going to end in, I want to say disaster, but it's going to end, it's not going to end in the most positive way usually. Usually it's a big learning experience because something goes awry, doesn't go the way that you planned or you think it should or that you want it to. And then you're just going to learn from that experience and move on, obviously. But my whole point is to use your woman's intuition, right? Use the way that we're wired to your advantage so that you can create a much more organic and intuitive approach to running your business that is going to make you so much happier. And guess what? It is going to impact your bottom line, right? In a better way also. Because if you're creating from an aligned and an intuitive place, that is going to come through energetically, right, to your potential clients or customers. They're going to feel that. you're gonna be happier, you're gonna be more passionate, right, in your day-to-day and running your business. And that's something that those clients and customers can feel. And that's what's going to attract them into buying your products or services. It's gonna allow you to be much healthier, show up more energetic so that you can actually sustain these passions and vision that you have for your business day in and day out, throughout the ups and downs, just to be able to remain steady, keep following your vision and listening to your intuition and your gut it's a huge skill that's overlooked, I think, in traditional business practices that will lead to more success for you, happier clients, and a happier life, okay? So I hope some of these thoughts that I've shared with you are helpful. If you want recommendations on how to tap into your intuition more, I would say movement, going for a walk or exercising in some way, shape, or form, journaling, right? Meditation, breath work, like anything that allows you to calm your central nervous system and get into your body is going to help you focus on okay, what is my intuition really telling me in my business today? And that's what's going to lead you to just much more happiness and success as a woman entrepreneur. So why not at least give it a whirl, right? If this is something you have not tried in your business before, you might think it's a little too woo-woo. Jess, why are you talking about this for intuition for business success? But I am telling you guys that the further along my journey I get, the more and more I see trust, faith, intuition, these intangibles are so important and so vital, and they work, okay? As long as you continue to trust and continue to practice them, in addition to taking the logical and practical into mind and marrying the two together, you are going to create a recipe for success in a unique way that most business owners are not employing. And they're going to wonder, how did you get ahead? How did you create your success so easily and in such an organic way, right? So if you have questions about following your intuition or practicing your intuition, definitely DM me. If you're interested in joining Bloom, right, where we talk about the subject matter quite a bit, actually, week in and week out with other women entrepreneurs, feel free to join us. There's tons of links in the caption below to do so. And if you like this video and just found value in it, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week on my weekly heart-to-heart video episode. Thanks so much. Aloha.